In today's video, we're going to go over 9 common things that break your cat's heart. If you love your cat and you want them to live a long, happy life, then make sure you stick around until the end of this video, because I'm going to cover all the things that might be breaking their heart without you even realizing it. Also, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more videos in the future. Thanks, guys. Now let's get started. 1. They find a new home. Cats are creatures of habit. They like to stick to a routine and have their environment stay as consistent as possible. That's why if you adopt a cat or rescue a cat from a shelter, the first few weeks are going to be critical. If you can get them acclimated and adjusted to their new surroundings quickly, then they'll be much happier. But if you get them used to one place and then move them to another place, that's going to cause some serious stress and anxiety. Moving is already stressful enough for us humans, but for cats it can absolutely devastate them. So if you ever have to move, make sure you follow these tips. Pick up all the familiar items from their old house and place them in the same places in the new house. For example, if their litter box was in the corner of the room, make sure you place it in the exact same spot in the new house. You should also bring along their favorite blanket or bed and place it in the same place that they were used to. And lastly, make sure you continue giving them their normal food so their eating routine doesn't change either. If you follow these tips, it will drastically raise the chances that your cat will be just fine after moving into a new place. But if you don't, it can absolutely break their heart. Number 2, when they lose their human. This one hurts my heart just thinking about it. But cats actually form very strong bonds with their owners. I know a lot of people say that dogs are man's best friend, but I would argue that cats are right up there too. In fact, there are studies to show that when a cat loses its owner, it can literally die of a broken heart. In one case, a woman had 2 cats, both of which passed away shortly after she did. And when they necropsied the cats, they found that both of them died from the same rare heart condition that occurs when cats experience grief. It's known as feline hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, and it's extremely rare. But if you take good care of your cat and they end up passing away prematurely, it could very well be from grief. So if you love your cat and you want them to live a long, healthy life, make sure you spend as much quality time with them as possible. Number 3, when their water dish is empty. Just like humans, cats need plenty of water throughout the day to stay healthy and hydrated. In fact, the number 1 cause of death in cats is kidney failure, which can often be caused by dehydration. So if you ever see that their water dish is empty, you need to fill it up immediately. I know it might seem like a small thing, but for your cat, it's a matter of life and death. And if you do this consistently, eventually their kidneys are going to fail, and that will be the end of your cat's life. Now, of course, this only applies if they don't have access to fresh running water. Most cats are okay if they have access to fresh water every single day. But if you leave their water dish empty for even one day, it can be enough to kill them. So make sure you check it at least once a day and refill it whenever it gets empty. Number 4, if you get another pet. Some cats are really welcoming and social, but others are not so much. So if you've always had a single cat and you decide to get another one, it could absolutely break their heart. Just like how other cats will welcome a new cat into the home, others will absolutely hate it and become extremely depressed. If this happens to your cat, don't worry, because it is relatively easy to fix. You just need to be patient and make sure that both of the cats get plenty of playtime and attention. If you can pull that off, then you'll be able to introduce them to each other safely. But if you rush this process, it could lead to a fight and an injury. So take your time and let them slowly adjust to each other's presence. If you do this correctly, eventually they'll become the best of friends. Number 5, when they run out of food. Cats are pretty low maintenance and they don't need as much food as a dog, but they still need regular meals to stay healthy and happy. Now, of course, if you have a fat cat, you may not need to feed them as often, but most cats need at least 1 meal per day. So if you accidentally skip a day or forget to buy more food at the store, it could absolutely break their heart. Now, of course, this only applies if you usually feed them regularly, but occasionally forgetting a day won't hurt them. However, if you start skipping days or weeks, it could lead to severe malnutrition and even death. So make sure you keep track of how often you're feeding them and how much food you have left, and never leave them hungry for more than a couple of days. Number 6, when you ignore them. Cats are independent animals, but they still need plenty of attention and affection from their owners. If you have a cat and you notice that they're acting strange or not coming around as much, it could be because they feel ignored. In some cases, cats will even stop eating or drinking if they feel like their owner doesn't care about them. So if you love your cat, make sure you give them plenty of attention and affection. This doesn't mean you need to carry them around or talk to them constantly, but setting aside a few minutes each day to play or pet them can make a big difference. And if you do this regularly, they'll be much happier and healthier in the long run. Number 7. If you put them in a cardboard box. Most cats love being in cardboard boxes. I mean, who doesn't love a good box? The dark, enclosed space is perfect for cats who want to relax and feel safe. And many cats enjoy batting around the box or using it as a toilet. But if you put your cat in a box for too long, it could break their heart. Cats need plenty of room to move around and stretch their legs. So if you keep them in a box for hours or days, it could lead to health problems. Make sure you give your cat plenty of breaks outside of the box so they can stay happy and healthy. Number 8. If you don't groom them. Grooming is a very important part of being a cat owner. Not only does it keep your cat looking beautiful, but it also helps remove dirt, debris, and parasites. Plus, grooming is a great way to bond with your cat. But if you don't groom them regularly, it could break their heart. That's because cats are very clean animals, and they spend a lot of time licking themselves. But if you don't help out with additional brushing, their fur could become matted and tangled. This can cause skin irritation and even infection. So make sure you brush your cat regularly, especially if they have long fur. This will keep them looking their best and feeling comfortable. And number 9, when they get too old. As our cats get older, they start slowing down. They don't want to play as much and they spend more time sleeping. But as a cat owner, it's important to remember that senior cats still need plenty of love and attention. If you notice that your senior cat is losing interest in food, water, or litter box, it could be a sign that they're not feeling well. So make sure you take them to the vet for a checkup. With proper care, your senior cat can live a long, happy life. If you want to learn more about cats, check out this video on 9 shocking things all cats hate.